chasing him.
He's not even paying attention this whole time.
He's nodding, yeah.
Yeah, that was really great.
What's for dinner? The album's kind of a culmination of the last 3 or 4 years of writing, I guess. Even when we were recording it, it almost felt outdated to us because we'd moved past those songs. But
we revamped them enough to...
Yeah, and they're new to everybody else. I mean,
yeah.
There's a lot of songs that people haven't really heard unless you go to the Jetty Bar on a Saturday night.
We were up in the hills, a place called Mix Masters with Mick Wordley, who's been there for many years and has done a lot of great stuff, and it's a cool studio, had access to some pretty crazy equipment.
Yeah,
some serious
did 3 weeks there, and tracked the drums and some of the bass tracks and guitar tracks on tape, which was pretty cool. And then after that, those 3 weeks, we went back to our kind of home studio, I guess, and finished it off.
Yeah, just did some tweaks and overdubs. Got in contact with Bob because a friend of ours bought his book and contacted him to do something to do with the printing, and they got talking and he said, "Oh, how about this band Cherry Grind?" Bob had a listen and he thought we were all right. And obviously we thought he was pretty cool. He's done a lot of great stuff and it was a great experience to work with him, and there's nothing...
I'm surprised we got anything done. You know, the whole time it was pretty much us just asking him, what about Richie Blackmore? You know, what about this person that you met, that person? Tell us this story.
Tell us about that time when he was doing that. And sometimes he'd be like, "Oh, haven't you read the book?" He's getting sick of us asking him all these.
Just go read the book, damn it.
I guess us three we've been playing in bands for quite some time, a while back when we were younger, and then towards the end of school we kind of did our own thing for a bit, and then decided to get back together a few years ago, 3-ish?
4.
3 or 4.
5, 6.
And we were getting the band back together just to see how it went, and it's been going pretty good so far. We got this drummer who came along about a year ago, I think. Yearish.
Answered an ad in the classifieds.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
It's the one and only time I've ever looked in the classifieds.
And it's been going good. This is probably the best incarnation of the band so far. Well, I think we're wearing a
just
few
look at the t-shirts.
Yeah, the
Godfather. It's a big deal for Peter a few weeks ago when he got the t-shirt.
Who did that Groove Is in the Heart?
Classic, huge fan of that video.
Yeah.
Typical 60s kind of video.
Yeah.
Came out like 68, didn't it?
Yeah.
You came out in 68.
Zach's coming out a bit later in this video.
Did it?
Huh?
As soon as we heard that mastered, it was kind of obvious what would be the lead single. It kicks in and it's heavy from the top.
Bob lent Peter his EB3, vintage EB3.
What year is it?
Pretty cool sounds, 1960 I think it was.
Yeah.
And
Led it through a Marshall?
Yes, through a Marshall and through a cab used by the Angels. It still had the Angels stencil on the back.
I think it's hard for anybody.
Yeah.
Really, no matter where you come
Yeah.
from,
Yeah.
you know, talk to bands in Europe and the US, they say the same things. It's not like it was in the good old days
Yeah, it's not as simple
before we were
anymore.
born.
It changes quickly with technology, and it's hard to gauge what the best angle of attack is, because it might be different 6 months down the track.
Yeah, YouTube, RedTube.
Yeah.
UGs.
So many things available.
Yeah. There's a lot of
Can't
tubes out
choose
there.
which one. Want them all? Clearly we're still not sure.
It's a show. We try and put on a show, but we try and make it about the music. We're not really about hype. We like to let the music do the talking when we can.
That's just because we can't afford the pyro yet.
Yeah. Can't afford the
The
surgery.
special
but
effects budget is rather
The surgery.
dismal at the moment.
Surgery for my face. Saving up.
Yeah, he didn't used to look like this.
Bolted. No.
This is
It used to be
Work in
Chewbacca.
progress.
Been better. Yeah.
And
I
now
figure we're
it's-
halfway.
Yeah, as you
Yeah.
can see.
You know, when he joined the band, we were, he's good, but he's not good looking.
Mm.
You know?
There are not enough wax strips in the world to fix this schmozzle. I will be in the new Star Wars films. Actually.
I think it's important to us that the song just doesn't stop developing when you've put it to tape. You know, I think a lot of the bands that we're influenced by do that, where once they go out on tour and play the song every night, it changes. It becomes a different song almost. You know. And that's kind of important to us to expand on things. I don't think we feel like any of the songs on the album are finished, really. They keep changing, you know. Otherwise it gets very boring for us to play them exactly how they are on the
It's
album.
not just for the audience; it's for us
Yeah.
too. We want to
Yeah.
develop them and see what we can.
Because the
where they were
take
gonna
take on an album that's a moment in time. You know, that's how that song was on that particular day. If you go in and record that same song again the next day, it'll be slightly different.
A lot of us listening to each other, learning about each other.
That too.
Constantly playing,
Yeah,
writing songs
when you
together.
play together all the time, it's only natural that you will progress, and you know it'd be pretty boring if you just played the same thing.
Yeah, we develop the band, not just ourselves as musicians.
Yeah,
It's just, you know,
it's
how we
always
work as a
about,
unit.
yeah, it's about the group. It's not about any one of us looking good or being the star of the show. It's about the whole band working together. Yeah, that's been recorded as well. That I've said that. We try and because like we said earlier, some of the songs are already fairly old. We do play them, but we do have a lot of new material that we're really looking forward to playing, and it's kind of
We're just getting around to that now,
Yeah.
playing it to people,
A bit of it's sneaking into the set, but not
and they like
too
it.
much.
They really like it. Anybody can come up with the initial idea, and then from there it's just a case of jamming. We've played together for so long now that I think each person knows where the other person's going before they've got there, so that makes it easier to write in that way. You know, it might start with a riff or a chord progression, and we just expand on that. And I think the thing that works is everybody gets a say in it. I think we're very much like-minded, but at the same time we all bring a certain element, you know, a different element to the group.
cadmium.
Yes, nickel.
Tungsten.
Yeah. Danger. So,
David Crosby, just for the mustache. Might rub off on you.
literally.
Get this album released.
Mm.
By the time you're hearing this,
Yeah, hopefully
We'll be dead.
the album will be.
Traveling, touring.
Might even
Yeah.
be some shows to come to in Europe.
We'll probably be out and about. Yeah.
yeah, kind of getting this overseas is kind of
The next step.
yeah.
Possibly. We'll have to wait and see. Is the world ready for our music?
Hell no.
I sure
Are we
hope so.
ready?
Are we ready for world music? I don't know. I like reggae, but I don't think that doesn't count.
You just gotta try it.
Yeah, it's always,
If anything, it happens after you've already started.
Yeah, I think when you're a kid, you're just like, I want to play guitar or
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah,
because
it's
it's,
simple.
a cool idea.
It's a simple
Mm.
idea.
Yeah.
And then it comes a point when you realise that you are serious about it.
Yeah.
And you do want to do it. Give up.
Just
Win
quit.
this life.
Yeah.
You just can't
Don't
win.
put all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When are you going to uni?
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
When are you going to do something with your life?
Yeah.
Yeah, stop playing music is probably the best advice I've got.
Yeah, have a backup.
It's a hobby, right?
Fuck backup.
But it's just a hobby, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
You know what? There's some truth to that because, you know, it just makes you more and more determined, right?
Yeah, when people.
Mm.
Just to believe in yourself and know that, you know,
Yeah.
you are right. This is what I'm going to do.
Fucking listening. Never fucking listening.
Open your ears.
Okay,
Always
you.
bring up Marie.
What did you say?
What did you call me?
Zach's always bringing up the rear.
He's got no backup plan, but he's got a plan up the back.
And don't get too comfortable. Challenge yourself.
Yeah.
Just
always.
you know, there's never a limit to development. You can always develop more.
Facebook, YouTube, all
Yeah.
the usual.
Yeah.
All of those.
Website.
Actually, the fun thing is if you type in Cherry Grind, we're the only thing in the world that is actually called Cherry and Grind, except for like some weird character in a sci-fi movie, which had nothing to do with the naming of the band.
What's that?
It's the first time I heard.
Oh yeah, I think there is a porn star.
Really?
If there's not, there will be.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Any budding point. Yeah.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah.
Or is it too late?
He's
for
I
got
that?
a
already
tube.
have an
You should see
What
his
is it?
tube.
I'm not telling you.
You're not going to look me
I haven't
up.
come up with anything yet. Give me a minute.
Smally Bigs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where can we see your, if people want to check out all things Smally Big?
SmallyBigs.com.
Obviously.
Obviously.
.net. It's .com.
Dot gov.
Yeah, this guy's DTF.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Can you say nibble?
No.
No.
They'll
Can you say that
censor
on-
it.
Cut that out.
They'll censor it.
Nibble.
Nibble. That's what it was. That's what they'll read when they
Nibble
read the list.
directive.
Direct my nipples. You directed my nipples towards you.
I think we're done.
Oh,
Lock it down.
Cat! Cat!
Cut.
Cut.
Is that a
Cut it.
train?
Get out the cab!